All right, Jason. So over on X, the Everything app, quite a lot of people are discussing the kind of conflation here of capitalism and socialism. And there was a lot of complaints about the New York mayoral election and having a couple of government-run grocery stores that could perhaps offer goods at a lower price.
Sure.
And people are saying, hey, why is socialism bad in New York, but great if it's Intel and the government taking golden shares, taking equity stakes, demanding cuts? So what's your response to the people out there who see some intellectual inconsistency?
Yeah, completely valid. And you have to look at the details. In the case of the government-run stores, the concept was the government owns the store. The government's competing against the other supermarkets. Government is paying the rent. And the goal is to undercut the supermarkets in New York. In this case, Intel needs loans. Nobody's willing to give them to them. The government gives those loans. And in exchange for those loans, we get equity as opposed to making it a grant. The equivalent would be, let's say there was a supermarket chain in New York. Let's call it Whole Foods. And Whole Foods had this sprawling market share in New York, and they were going to shut down, and then there would be no food available. And it would be like, it would cause New York to have a real problem with people being able to buy food. And it would put us at a competitive disadvantage. There could be crazy second order effects. And you said, as a stopgap, we're going to give a loan to Whole Foods and we get 10% ownership in it for keeping it afloat so they don't shut down these stores and people don't lose their jobs and people still have access to food. That would be the equivalent. So it's pretty easy to see the difference between those, but they are both in the zone of government intervention, right? Government engaging in private markets. When you peel them back, it's absurd to want to do that with supermarkets, which are a low single-digit percentage business. And so there would be no reason for the government to try to compete with a highly functioning market. It's not like it's not a highly functioning market. You have bodegas, you have Costco and giant retailers and everything in between in New York. So it's a vibrant, high-functioning market. With the chips, it's not a vibrant, high-functioning market if we have the dependency on Taiwan. And if we lose access to those chips, then we wouldn't be able to make cars, missiles, appliances, and any number of things that we need for the security of the country. So that would be the difference. One's a national security issue, one's not.